It's baseball. It's the show. And it comes your way next.
Ready. Fighting Phil.
And with that, here's a look at the visitors' starting lineup. Anybody catch your eye, Eric?
Well, guys, everybody should be looking out for that guy in the number 3 spot. I think he does a great job of taking what's given to him. Never tries to do too much. Knows how to extend an at-bat and get the pitch he's looking for.
Brandon Gregory starts the game on the mound for the 3rd and final game of the series. What do you have for us on him, EK?
Well, guys, in his last start, ended up taking the loss. Didn't go deep, only threw 5 innings, so hopefully he can get into the 7th or 8th in this.
Leading off
Ray Nunez heads for the box, ready to lead this one off today. Sends that one out of play for strike 1.
First pitch, 136.
The windup and the 0-1. Off the plate, 1 ball, 1 strike. EK, as we take a look at our home 9 as they take the field here this afternoon. They are in the midst of a pretty bad stretch as they've dropped 6 straight coming in.
Oh, and you know, normally in a case like this, you don't point the fingers in one spot. And this is no exception. It's been a team-wide struggle this last week or so, and they might not be through the worst of it yet.
And now we'll look at the starting lineup for the visitors in this one. Who's the one to watch, EK?
Well, Matt, I think the cleanup hitter might be the difference maker in this game. He's coming off a month in which he hit over 400. He hasn't shown any signs of slowing down, so we'll see if he can continue to ride that momentum and keep up that pace as we turn the page on the calendar.
Alvarado is there now, and he has it. 2 gone. With a moment now, here's a look at the defense we'll see from Reading. It's brought to us by Majestic. EK, what do you got?
Well, guys, this is one of the better defenses in all of the league. Very few clubs commit fewer errors than this one. I expect them to be sound in this game.
Sinker, and this one's over as well. 0-2 now.
And you kind of get the sense that he's not really messing around out there too much. There hasn't been a whole lot of setting guys up here in this inning. He's just trying to get himself back into that dugout as fast as he can.
And he'll try to get him to chase the fastball there, but he lays off. 1-2.
And that fastball of his definitely catches your attention, especially when it's on the inner half.
Did a good job to shorten up and protect the plate, and he'll have another shot at it here. Got him swinging, and that will end the inning. So a fairly painless top of the first. So it's on to the bottom of inning number 1. No score. Gerald Rutledge will get his first shot here. 2 hits in 5 trips a night ago.
Well, you look at the average on the season, guys, and he's not sneaking up on anybody. Pretty amazing numbers for him right there. So yesterday's performance, obviously no fluke.
Drops in a strike to start the at-bat. 0-1. Good curveball that time in the low 80s. 0-2. Hit hard towards center. And a base hit here to open up the second.
You talk about getting the bat head out in front. This is rifled up the middle. Can't square up a baseball any better than that.
Ready with the first pitch. Here it comes. Sergio Sanchez is at the plate as he takes a cold strike 1. He's set. Here's the 0-1. And this misses the outside corner, so it's knotted up at 1-1. Nobody out, runner on first. Ground ball to second. This could be 2. To second for 1. On to first. A double play.
Batting 6.
Boy, that's the great thing about having a good sinker. And it seems like a lot of times, even when guys do get a hit off of you, the next guy's going to come up and ground into a double play anyway. We've seen it before, and that's exactly what happens here.
Standing in now, Glenn Ferris. Drilled right back up the middle, and that finds its way through for a base hit.
Now you just think back to that double play ball. Not for that, this might very well have been a run.
Mariano Mateo stands in as he looks at ball one here. And you figure now this would be a spot where that man might try to take second base.
2 balls, no
and it
strike.
wouldn't be a bad idea to hold the ball a little longer out there on the mound. Really vary your times to the plate. It can't be predictable out there or he'll take advantage.
2-0 curveball here is over for a strike.
Yeah, and it's tough enough to hit 95+ mile-an-hour fastballs. That curve gives you something else to think about altogether.
Grounder hit hard down the first baseline. But this is going to be a foul ball as that keeps things at 2-2. Swing and a miss. Blew the fastball right by him, and the inning is over. So no runs here on 2 hits, no errors, and a runner left on. We'll go to the bottom half of inning number 2, and we are tied 0-0. Jose Chavez will stand in, getting the start here despite being out of the lineup last night. And this one's nowhere close as that bounces to the plate for ball 1. Can't get around quick enough, and that'll move the count to 1-1. And he takes a called strike 2. A little late on the fastball, but he's able to spoil that one off, and he'll get another chance. And another foul ball. Neither guy willing to give in, and the at-bat will continue. Ready on 1-2. Chopped foul at the plate. It'll remain 1-2. Here he comes on a ball and 2 strikes. He spoils another one, and will do it again. Set to deal on a ball and 2 strikes. Breaking ball somehow misses the outside. 2-2.
Yeah, he's not really getting on top of that curveball right now, and that's going to get him into trouble if he keeps leaving it up there like that.
And he reaches for one out of his own and misses rather badly for the first out.
And after that pitch was called a ball on the pitch before, I think this actually qualifies as strike 4. On the mound, he's probably thinking, hey, can I apply the credit to the next guy?
First offering on its way. Juan Abreu is the batter now as he looks at a ball 1-0. Now a swing and a fly ball. And foul. From the windup, the 1-1 pitch. 1-2 now as this catches the outer half. To 2 balls and 2 strikes now.
2-2.
One thing that's happened in these last 2 at-bats, it's driven up his pitch count. That's now 14 pitches just to the last 2 batters.
Jackson scoops it up.
He's
Throw
out.
gets him. 2 down.
The right fielder, number 10, Ray
Nunez will get a second shot now. He grounded out to start the ball game.
And he only saw a couple pitches, too. And that's great for the pitcher when you can get an easy leadoff out like that.
Into the windup. Here comes the 0-1. Line towards center field. And that'll get down for a 2-out single.
Well, that base hit is going to get his hit streak to 6 games now, so he's swinging it.
Kirby
Montañez is into the box for his second appearance. 0 for 1 with a flyout. Not in time. He's in there at second. Oh, good spot. On the black for strike 2.
Well, no taking now. He's going to have to swing the bat.
Swing and a miss, and that ends the inning. A golden opportunity to get on the board. Here goes for naught. More to come on the show Sunday Baseball after this. Juan Ibar is ready here as we begin the top of the fourth.
Well, they still don't have any runs on the board yet, so getting this leadoff man on base would be huge.
First pitch of the inning is taken low and away for a ball. It's 1-0. Not much to shout about for either team here as we start the fourth inning. Nothing.
Yeah, I think we kind of knew that pitching might take the upper hand here. Maybe not to this extent, but both guys have really thrown the ball well.
And little doubt about that one. That's in there, and it's 2-1.
And at the plate, if you've got an umpire helping you out, no reason to go after a borderline pitch on 2-0.
High in the air out to center field. Alvarado is there. He's got it one away.
You know, that's the thing with throwing a fastball as hard as he does. It makes fly balls travel that much farther off the bat. And this thing gets out there a long ways before it finally gets tracked down.
Striding into the box, Gerald Rutledge. He singled his last time up.
Inside.
First pitch sinker misses in on the hands that time. It's a ball and no strikes. Now a fastball for a called strike. It's 1-1.
You know, a lot of times with a sinker baller out there, you're just conditioned to always look for something down. So he can surprise you with that high fastball, maybe four-seam it every once in a while. And when he does, you can forget it.
1-2.
Yeah, I don't think that pitch wound up where he wanted it to, but it did the trick.
He takes strike three called on the fastball. Couldn't pull the trigger, and there are two away.
The batter, left fielder,
Sergio Sanchez will dig in. 0 for 1 here in this one. And a ball 1-0. Looks at a sinker there that drops in 1-1.
Much better sinker there. I think that's the one he wanted to throw to start the at-bat.
And he'll fall behind now to 1-2. Ready to deliver the 1-2. And he lays off a pitch outside as they draw even at 2-2. And a breaking ball runs in and gets him. And I doubt there was any intent behind that.
Well, with 2 outs and nobody on, the best way to make a team pay for hitting it is to come around and score. Let's see what they can do.
Now to the plate, Glenn Ferris. He reached on a single in his first try. He's set. Here it comes. And a high strike to begin the at-bat. It's 0-1.
That's what you need to do after a hit by pitch. Get right back on that horse and fire a fastball in there.
Low throw, and he can't handle the short hop.
And this is one dude that's tough to phase out there. After getting hit by the pitch, he says, all right, man, you're going to pay for that.
Meanwhile, this ball gets down. It's a base hit. And now this is thrown wildly, just getting it into the infield. And he is in to score from second as the throwing mistake defensively came back to factor into that one. Mariano Mateo is into the box. He was a strikeout victim in his first try. And he gets ahead here with the fastball, strike one. And he takes strike two.
No ball, tough pitches here, back to back. And now he's not going to give him any.
And we'll have to leave it there as this is strike three, and that will retire the side. So 1 run on 1 hit, no errors, and a runner left. On now to the bottom half of inning number 4, and the Sea Dogs lead this one 1-0. Jose Chavez heads for the box to start off the 5th in this one.
Jose.
And he catches the inside corner for a called strike. 0-1.
Yeah, and it seems like he kind of got away from that pitch here in the last few innings. You got to think about bringing that one right back.
Just a bit late, and he's fallen behind 0-2. And he struck him out, so he's down on strikes for the second time this afternoon. Now at the plate, Juan Abreu. He got on top of one and was a ground out victim last time.
Well, I think it was a sinker that he rolled over last time up, and he's probably going to see that same pitch again. You got to wait for a mistake up in the zone against a guy like this.
A little quick on that swing, and he finds himself behind 0-2. Here comes the 0-2 pitch. Not a bad pitch there with 2 strikes, but it misses 1-2. Bases are empty, 1 man out. Nasty breaking ball swung on in the dirt. And he makes the throw to first. Abreu is retired, 2 down now.
The right fielder, number 10.
Ray Nunez stands in, looking to put the bat on the ball for a change here, with the first 2 guys going down on strikes to start the inning.
Ball 1, no strike.
Up and in there with the first pitch fastball. It's ball 1.
Ball.
And he won't bite at that one either. It's 2-0.
2 really close pitches to kick off this at bat. Normally this guy would be all
got 2
over
balls,
him, but
1
he's shown
strike.
some discipline here with 2 good takes.
That's going to even up the count at 2-2. And this misses, so that'll fill the count at 3-2. And this one misses high for ball 4, and they have themselves a 2-out base runner.
Wow, just a great at-bat right there. Simple as that. Patient, laid off some tough pitches. He was rewarded.
Runners on the move for second. Pitch inside. The throw way late, and he's in there easily at second.
And if there's one thing a young pitcher can do to help slow down a running game, it's learn to vary your times to home plate. As he progresses up the ladder, it'll be something that coaches work with him on for sure.
Couple of righties starting to loosen now in the bullpen. Able to protect the plate with 2 strikes, and he'll see another one. Late making contact on that swing, and will do it again on 1-2. Swung on and missed, and that's the final out of the inning. So they pick up no runs, no base hits, no errors, and a runner left. Last half of the 5th coming up. The Sea Dogs lead it 1-0. Juan Ibar will stand in now. He's struck out and flied out, 0 for 2 thus far.
Ibar.
Hit in the air to straightaway center. Alvarado is under it to put it away, and it's 1 pitch, 1 out to kick off the 6th.
Designated hitter,
Gerald Rutledge will stand in now. He's singled and struck out in 2 trips. And a high strike there, 0-1. Well, for that man right there, only the 1 run allowed. How discouraging is that when you're pitching your heart out and you're just not getting the support?
Well, the good pitchers really don't let it get to them. They know that it cuts both ways. Sometimes you give up 5 runs and your guys score you 8. You just have to focus on holding up your end of the bargain.
Into the windup and the pitch. Sergio Sanchez is in now as he watches a pitch for ball 1.
Well, one thing we've seen from this guy on the mound so far, when he makes bad pitches, they typically miss out of the strike zone. They don't miss in the zone where they can be crushed.
No offer on that one. 2 balls and a strike. Bases are empty here with 2 men out. To 2-2 now. Chop fouled over towards the coaching box. Full count, 3-2.
He tried to get him to bite on that pitch, but it was way out of the zone there. It didn't even tempt him. Now he'll need to make a much better pitch here on a 3-2 count.
And that's through for a hit.
Yeah, and about the only drawback you have to having so many strikeouts is that it really runs that pitch count up. You can see on the graphic right here that total is starting to get up there now.
And he's into second safely with a stolen base. Hot shot to third. Polk over to his left. And the stolen base winds up as a moot point as the inning is over. So no runs here on a base hit, no errors, and 1 man left aboard. Heart of the order, 3, 4, and 5 coming up. And the Sea Dogs lead this one 1-0. Leading off the inning, Mariano Mateo, as they'll look to get something going here and even this game up.
Well, they've got some work to do here, but there's still a lot of time left in this game. So just chip away, chip away.
They set the target in, and this finds the inside corner for strike 1. That's taken. Now it's 0-2.
Boy, it's one thing for a reliever to come in out of the pen and throw 100 miles an hour for 15 pitches or so. But he's right up there around the century mark now, and he's still throwing hard.
And a good take there. Close, but it's 2-2.
And the hope was that he would have chased one of those pitches, but now on 2-2, I don't think you fool around anymore.
Struck him out as his woes continue, as that's his third strikeout of the game. Jose Chavez will stand in for the third time now, still without a hit, so that streak could be in a bit of jeopardy.
And I think that's in the back of his mind, but it's not something he's really focused on. He just wants to get up there and put a good swing on the ball.
And a fastball way off target here, and it's even at 1. Some action out in the bullpen. Couple of right-handers starting to loosen up. Up high, 2-1 now.
A much better approach here at the plate so far. He's not working from behind in the count like he has his first few at-bats.
Into the windup. Here comes the 2-2 pitch. And he struck him out. And there's the hat trick, as that's his third strikeout of the ball game.
Well, the strikeout pitch has certainly been there for him all afternoon, and this, in fact, is the third time he's victimized this guy.
Stepping in now, Juan Abreu. She'll wait out a breaking pitch here that finds the zone for strike 1.
I think a lot of pitching coaches would like to see that first pitch strike ratio better than about 60%. But that's what he's got going for him tonight, and he's pitched very well.
And he'll try and tempt him with one in the dirt, but he'll hold back here. It's 1-2.
On 0-2, if that's a curveball, a changeup, a sinker, then maybe you get a guy to chase.
2-2.
But it's much easier to lay off a pitch down there when it's a straight fastball.
Still 2-2. We're in the 7th now. 4-1 our score to this point. Curveball, and he buckled him, but it's full 3-2.
Such a good at-bat right here. When you can grind out 7.
Threw it right past him, a swing and a miss at the gas, and that ends the inning. 3 up, 3 down, 3 strikeouts. Not too shabby. We're back with more on a Sunday afternoon following this. Well, you always hope to get a good outing from your starting pitcher, but this man went above and beyond in this one. He's our top player of the game.
Yeah, he really came through with a dominating pitching performance. You see there, 12 strikeouts, and that doesn't even tell the whole story. That was as good as I've ever seen him pitch.
So that just about does it. For EK, Psycho, and the crew, I'm Matt Vasgersian. You've been watching MLB The Show. For more, get those smartphones and tablets out and head over to theshownation.com. Reading comes out on top in this one, 4-1. So long, everybody.
For the Vikings, 4 runs.
Welcome back to our minor league pregame show as we move closer to the start of Eastern League action with tonight's installment of the Bowman Prospect Spotlight. Brandon Gregory is highlighted here, and what a dominant performance he put together in his last start. He had opposing batters off balance throughout and racked up a boatload of strikeouts.
Yeah, he just looked like he was really in control out there. And, you know, sometimes you can tell a guy is going to dominate from the moment he sets foot on the rubber. They just exude confidence, and their body language kind of says, you ain't touching me today. That's what I saw in him. And even though I was a hitter in my career, it was really fun to watch him make those other guys look silly. We'll see if he's still in top shape in this matchup here today.
All right, lineups and first pitch are coming up next. Stay tuned for that right here on the show.